Can you read that? The Creality Sermoon S1. I've got it. I've eventually got my hands on a Sermoon S1. Can't believe it. I've been waiting for this for ages. So in this video today I'm going to show you, well, a bit of a first look at how it scans. I'm going to be comparing it a little bit with the Metro X, which I've done a video on that previously. But let's see how the Sermoon gets on. Spoiler alert, it's ice. So, if you want to see how it gets on, stick around. So as I said in the introduction, I'm going to be scanning the impact driver today. I'm going to be doing it with the Sermoon S1 and trying it with the Revopoint Metro X scanner. Now, I know for a fact that the Revopoint can't do this standing up with these marker dots in the orientation they are at the moment. And I know that the Sermoon can. So, I'm putting one scanner against the other. Not so much to diss the Metro X, because it is a good scanner if you orientate this in the correct orientation for the scanning. But I just want to show you how advanced and how good this Sermoon scanner is. It's just awesome. So I'll show you how that gets on. But first, let's set up for the Metro X. So to give this the best fighting chance, I've taken the impact driver out of the equation at the moment, and I've just got the markers. I've got the domes and I've got the little shields. It's 45 dots, 47. I'm doing this in real time just to give it a bit of an idea about how long things take. I'm not going to time it, but as I said, I'm just playing this in real time. Pretty quick. It's got 90 markers. But now with the impact driver in place, let's start the scan. And as you can see, it's really struggling for me off. This is worse than yesterday, to be honest with you. Let's just turn the brightness up a little bit. Right, okay. We've got it now then. I've had to come a bit up on the angle. So, it's struggling, this is at the moment. This is struggling because these domes aren't close to the battery at the bottom. So let's just change that and give it another go. Okay, so we have to do another global marker because everything's moved. Now for anybody interested, I have done a full video on this scanner, scanning this, where I did end up with a good scan at the end of the day. I'll put a link to that in the description. So if you're interested, you can go and have a look. Okay, let's try again. Right, okay, as you can see then now it's picking it up a lot better, a lot quicker. And that's because them domes are closer to the battery. Because this field of view being quite narrow, when that was like, I don't know, a couple of inches further apart than that, it couldn't do it. But with the domes right close to the bottom, it can. So that's doing a good scan of that then now. Let's just go around and get a bit more in. Going nice and green, nice and quickly. Because as we know, green on this scanner is good. Now, the problem I get now then is, look, when I lift the scanner up higher, I've lost it. I can't get that in now because those domes, the shields at the back, none of them are in view. Let's try and come at a bit of an angle. Let's give it a chance. All up the top now. That's got it a bit, but I can't get on top of the impact driver. I just can't do it. I mean, the little bit of scanning it's doing there is going to be good. It's going to be a good scan, that is. But you just come a little bit. But the problem is the field of view being narrow. You move out just a little bit too far, you can't see those marker dots, and then it just loses where it is and it won't track. So I'll come up the top, it won't do it. So as you can see, it's a good scan on the bottom, that is. It's going to be a good scan. But as you can see, I can't get up any higher than the trigger. You just won't do it. And those markers have to be quite close. So, let's have a look at how the Sermoon S1 can do it. Global marker scan to start with. Preview. Leaving everything on auto. And again, let's see how fast this is. Look at that. It's in real time. There's 90 markers, 92. I don't know how many there are actually, I'll have to count one of these days. 94. I mean, that's done that in lightning quick time. 99. It's not going to go any higher than 99, so let's stop that. So as you can see, the impact driver is now in place and the domes a little bit further away than they had to be in the end on the Metro X. So let's see how we are. We get to point cloud. We'll set this to cross lines. We'll have it at a resolution of say 0.3 and we'll see how we go with it. And look at that already. Straight in. 37 frames a second. And on this one, blue is good. I mean, look at that. Going around the bottom by the battery. We'd expect that to be good because the domes are there. But then when I come up to the top, because this field of view is so good, it's just scanning the top as well. You know, right on the top. That's just awesome, that is. How can this be so good? This is just awesome. Okay, let me go around it a bit now. I'll probably speed this up for you and then we'll see where we are. Okay, let's have a look at how that's come out. I'm losing a little bit under there, look. But I should probably get that on the next scan when I turn it over. But this is just awesome, this is. It scanned it very quickly indeed. And this is in cross lines as well. When you start thinking about moving it to parallel lines, and even the single line, that's even better. I'll show you that in another video. Okay, so I'm going to call that good. I'm going to do another one, but this time I'm going to flip it over. Okay, so I've turned it upside down and then made it balance on a bit of blue tack. Hopefully it'll be strong enough. Start another scan. Now this is one thing about this software. It doesn't actually save automatically the global marker scan. You can save it and then you can import it in, but it doesn't actually save it automatically. And unless you actually remember, you've got to do it again. So let's do the global marker scan again. There we are. Point cloud, 0.3 cross lines and automatic. Let's go. I mean, again, look at that. It's so fast, it's unbelievable. Straight to blue. There we go with the base. Look at that. So look where we are. I think I've got a fair bit of that in there. Little bits round there. Hopefully it'll be on the other scan. Now I'm just demonstrating the cross lines at the moment. So that's probably a perfect example of where you put the, the parallel lines or the single line in and get it round there as well. But let's just have a look at how the cross lines does. Okay, let's process that then. So here's the lesson for you then. I've just made a massive cock up here. I accidentally clicked on new scan, thinking I was making a third scan. I deleted it, thinking I was only going to delete the third scan and I'd be left with the two original scans and I could join them together. When I clicked delete, it got rid of the scan that I've just done. So I've only got now the one standing up. So I've got to scan it again now. This is the problem with this software. There's no way to recover it. You can't just hit Control Z and get rid of that. It's gone. It's gone forever. So I'm just going to quickly scan it again upside down. I won't let you sit through that because you've just seen it, but I'll bring you back when I've done it. Okay, so that's all the scanning done. Let's do the processing. Start off with the first scan then. Let's get rid of some of this junk. Now I'm going to leave that base on just for the minute. I'm going to leave that base on until I've fused it. I left that bit of base on there because of this reason. I've had it before where I've cut the base off there, thinking I'll join it to the next scan. And what tends to happen is, instead of having like straight lines to the end of the scan, the software tries to like curve it in a little bit at the bottom so you don't get a dead square edge. So I find it's best to fuse it and then cut the bottom off. So let's have a rectangular selection. Let's come up to some good area and let's bin that. Just missed a bit there. Okay, there's the second scan. Let's clean the junk off that and fuse it. Again, I'm going to fuse it before I cut that bottom off completely. It's normal scan, 0.3. Okay, let's chop some of this nonsense off here then now. Get it level. And let's just chop a little bit more off there, I think. Just to give myself a nice clean edge. There we are. Got rid of the blue tack. Let's see how we went with that now then. So we'll go to mesh, alignment, align the two, Auto align, feature alignment. Align. Look at that. Perfect. Exit that. Let's mesh it. Let's send it up to 5 million triangles. There we are. Look at that for a scan. Got the bottom in. It's all good around there. Got the top. Beautiful. Nice and detailed around there, around the rubber grip. Got plenty of that in there, didn't it? So what do we think about that then? The Sermoon S1. Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Scan the impact driver standing up. And the Metro X couldn't do it. Awesome. So the Sermoon S1 then, what do we think? Done a good job in it. Scan this impact driver, an absolute treat. Brilliant, I'm just blown away with how good it is. That'll do it for today then, I think. But don't worry, I'm going to be scanning more stuff and I'm going to be putting it on this channel, so please subscribe to make sure that you see it. I've got the parallel lines, I've got the single line, I've got the near infrared to play with yet, but I thought I'd just put this video out as a bit of a taster about just how good it is. So please like and subscribe, there's more to come. Thanks for watching.